All right, welcome back, Syracuse Math Kiddies. We are on Canvas today. As you know, you're supposed to be working through your Canvas assignments. In Canvas, you're going to see videos from Khan Academy, and each of those videos will have a corresponding discussion post. You're supposed to be watching the video and then answering the questions on the discussion post. There's quite a few of you that are participating and doing their work, and there are some of you that still need to jump on Canvas and participate in these questions. At this point, you should have completed or watched the first 3 Khan Academy videos, the 1, 2, and 3, and you should have already answered the questions in the discussion posts. If you have not done so, please go on Canvas and do the work. As you can see, we have several more videos on here, 4, 5, 6. Please do not let yourself get so behind that it might become overwhelming because there's too many videos to watch and too many discussions. Each video is very short, so it really shouldn't be a problem, but it is very important that you work every day in small steps and progress towards learning while we're offline. So anyways, in today's video, I am answering a question on Khan Academy video number 3. In discussion post number 3, there's 2 questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and click on there. The discussion number 3 is saying, after watching the 3rd Khan Academy video, please respond to the following questions. Question number 1, what is an outlier? And question number 2, does the sentence the percent of smokers drops by 0.5 each year indicate a negative or a positive linear relationship? Before we proceed, I want you to consider this statement right here and tell me, what do you think the 2 variables that we're working with would be? Right, so pause the video and think about that answer. All right, so if you said that our 2 variables are smokers and years or time, then you would be correct. My question number 2 for you is, if you were to draw a graph representing this statement, where would the variable years and where would variable smokers go on? Which one of these would go on the x-axis and which one would go on the y-axis? Go ahead and pause the video and answer that question. So if you said that years would go on the x-axis and smokers would be going on the y-axis, then you would be correct. The reason for that is that years, that is a variable representing time, and as we know, time is something that we do not have control over, all right? And smokers is the variable that we are measuring. All right, we're looking at what's happening to smokers, right? So let's pop on over to my whiteboard so we can see how this statement might look like. All right, it's just an estimation. We don't have an actual data set. We just want to see how would this look like on a graph. All right, so here we are. This is how our x and y axis would be labeled. I apologize for my chicken scratch. I'm still learning how to use this whiteboard on my computer, so it's a little bit difficult to make it nice and pretty. But as we said that, we have our x-axis, and years or time goes on the x-axis, and smokers, or the variable that we're measuring, is going to go on the y-axis. Each tick mark on the x-axis, I've decided to label them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning year number 1, year number 2, year number 3, and so forth. I could have also put actual years on here, so we could have said like this is 1991, 1992, 1993, and so forth. But, because this is just a pretend example, I just labeled the years 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to show you that as we go to the right on the x-axis, the number representing the years is increasing. For smokers, the statement said that the percent of smokers decreases by 0.5 each year. That means that each of our tick marks is going to be 0.5. All right, so right here we have 0.5%. Here we have 1, 1.5, and 2. All right, so how might this look like? So let's say that for year number 1, we start out with 2% of smokers. Okay, year number 2, what would that be? Well, the statement said that the percent of smokers is decreasing by 0.5%. So from 2, we're going to go down 0.5%, so that's going to be 1.5. So for the year 2, we only have 1.5% smokers. For year number 3, again, we're going to drop 0.5%, so from 1.5 to 1%. We're going to do that. That's our third point. And our fourth point is for year number 4, we're dropping another 0.5 point from 1 to 0.5%. So this is where our fourth point is. Okay, so talking about scatter graphs, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on just a second. All right, so talking about scatter graphs, as you can see, there is some sort of a pattern here. Relationships. And in this particular graph, we can see that as years are increasing, what is happening to percent smokers? Well, they're decreasing. They're going from 2% down to 0.5%. Okay, so one variable, years, it's going up, and the other variable, smokers, it's going down. So that indicates actually a negative relation.